You might be wondering, can a designer help me even if I'm not ready for a large scale project or a full service design? Welcome to GA Atelier, the podcast where intentional interior design meets mindful living. I'm your host, Jihan Askar, and I'm here with you on this journey to transform our living spaces into sanctuaries that reflect our unique story, personality, style, and lifestyle, while elevating our everyday life at home. So step inside my design workshop and let's design your home together. So we often think that transforming our homes requires a full renovation, maybe a new construction, like building a new house, or a massive investment. And we also tend to think that interior design is just for these big projects. And it is true. Bigger projects, of course, require more planning, more help, but small intentional shifts can still have dramatic results in our homes. And you can absolutely get help from a designer, even with these small changes. It's not about tearing everything down or starting from scratch necessarily. It's about looking at your home with fresh eyes. You are uncovering its potential and making thoughtful changes that align with the way you want to live in your home. So it's really about first a shift in perspective. Sometimes the biggest transformation happens when we simply change the way we see our space, our rooms, our home. Seeing your space differently and recognizing the opportunities and potential that is already there is that first step. And if this is difficult for you, like I said, there is help with that. Fresh set of eyes on your space. And it is actually difficult for most of us to see our home differently. Even for people who like to do that all the time, who like to design, it's just difficult. You get used to seeing your home in a certain way from a certain perspective. But you can absolutely work with a designer to refine what you already have, to look at your space and see what the potential is. I once actually helped redesign a bedroom where we were selecting a new bed. We're buying a new bed. But what truly transformed the feel of the room wasn't necessarily the new furniture, the new bed. It was when I suggested changing the bed's location. So it faced the windows and it faced the beautiful view that these windows were showing. And it's just something the homeowner never really considered because, again, they were just seeing the space as it is. They're used to seeing it that way. They always put the bed in that position, in that location. So they were seeing the space as it is, not as it could be. And this is a great example of a small shift that has a huge impact. And a shift because you just saw the place differently. So, like I said, it's not about big changes always. It's about the right changes. Sometimes all it takes is a new layout, like, in the case of that bedroom, a bit of focal point. Again, you're looking at the windows instead of a wall, or the right proportion of the elements. And in that case, we got a bed, a bigger bed, a bigger size, and that makes the space work better. And you can even sometimes do that without even buying necessarily anything new. There's that misconception that interior design and interior designers in general will always replace everything. Everything has to be new. And you might not even get much say in it. It's just all brand new. And I don't think this is always the case. I personally like to explore what a homeowner has and maybe repurpose it, especially if they love that piece and want to keep it. Let's find a good place for it. Let's make even a statement out of it. And sometimes it's even forgotten or stored items that they have. They're not even sure how it will work. But I can see the potential. I can find the spot. Because again, I'm looking at the space with fresh eyes. They just don't see it sometimes. And the other thing you also have to consider is not everything has to happen at once. Not all the changes have to happen, within a few weeks or months even. I think the key is knowing what small shifts you can create or implement right away, and then what other changes or other bigger plans you can do later or delegate, or just identify that you will need more help with that and a bigger investment of your time maybe, and you do that later. Just identify the difference between what you can do now and what you can do later. So if you need some guidance or you need help seeing that potential in your space, my Atelier Design Hour is the perfect way to get that fresh perspective and personalized guidance without committing to a full-scale project, without waiting for that big, investment in time for the project to, get everything done. If you just feel stuck, you're overwhelmed maybe with choices, you're just not sure where to start, you don't really see the potential, you don't know what needs to change, sometimes all it takes is that clear guidance and just suggestions and a way to look at your space in a new way. You might not need a full renovation, or you might not need to have a designer for months to see results. You might just need literally an hour to get started. And that's exactly why I'm offering my Atelier Design Hour. It's just a tailored 1-hour session online, so you don't even have to leave your home. It's designed to give you clarity and direction to move forward at your own pace. I'm actually offering a few of these design sessions this month. So if you're interested, if you want more details, check the link in the show notes and you'll have everything there. I hope today's episode has inspired you to look at your home and at interior design in a different way, and that you actually don't always need a huge project to get guidance and help, and that you can just shift the way you think about your home and how interior design can actually help you with even smaller projects or smaller changes. Thank you for joining my atelier. If you love this episode, maybe share it with a friend or leave a review. I'd love to hear what resonated most with you, and I'll see you in the next episode.